So in addition to the basic arithmetic operators that we saw in the previous video, there are shorthand versions of most of these as well. So instead of saying, for example, a equal a plus 2, you can also say $a plus equal 2. So these two things mean the same thing. Take the value of a, add 2 to them, store it in a. Same thing here. This is the same thing. And you can also say a times equal to and a divided by equal to and a mod equal 5. So if we do all this and we print the value of a, we should be able to get a result. So let's go ahead and take a look. So at the beginning, a is 0.1, and then we add 2 to it, so 2.1, 4.1, 8.2, 4.1, and then 4.1 mod 5 is going to be 4 rounded down. So we get 4 as the final answer. So there's also shorthand for these increment and decrement operators. So if you want to be able to add 1 or subtract 1 from the variable, you can do the following. You can say $a plus plus, and that adds 1 to the value of a. So it's the same thing as saying a plus equal 1, which is the same thing as a equal a plus 1. So this will add 3 to the value of a. And you can do the same thing with decrement. So a minus minus is the same as a minus equal 1, which is the same as a equal a minus 1. So these three things all mean the same thing, these three things all mean the same thing. And at the end of it, we should have the same result we started with. So we started with 4 and we ended with 4. Now, in addition to a plus plus, you can also say plus plus $a. So this also adds a to the, or adds 1 to the value of a. The difference is, if you put $a in an expression, this is called a pre-increment. So what it does is it adds 1 to the value of a, and then it returns that new value. Whereas if you write it this way and you access the value, this is called a post-increment. And so what it does is first returns the value of a, then it increments the value of a. So if you write something like this, so if we're coming in, here a is 4, we set it to 5, now we print the value 5 and set a equal to 6. So a equals 5, now a equals 6. A equals 5, now a equals 6. And you can do the same thing with the decrement operator as well. So we expect that a is going to be equal to 6, then it sets a to be 5, then it outputs 5. So a equals 6, now a equals 5. A equals 6, now A equals 5. And the difference between the post-increment and post-decrement and the pre-increment and pre-decrement is like this. So we'll go plus plus A and minus minus A. So here A is 5. We set the value of A to 6 and then return the value 6. So A is 6. And then we haven't changed the value of A, so it's still 6. Here, we set the value of A to 5 and then return 5, so A is equal to 5. And it'll say now A is still equal to 5. So A is 6, now A is 6, A is 5, now A is 5. So as I said, you don't really need these. You can always just write $A equals $A plus 1 and so on. But sometimes the shorthand is useful and convenient, and it's definitely something you should be able to recognize in other people's code.